People are staying for love. And I have put up a quote, and I was like, to be honest, you can love someone, but that does not mean y'all need to be together.
True.
You can definitely love them from afar. You can love them and wish they have the best life, and y'all be.
I got friends
just
like
because
that.
we love each other don't mean that we have to have a relationship. Because love should be given freely. You should be able to love anybody.
It shouldn't be. That should just
anybody given freely.
That's just who you are.
You should be able to love everybody.
Right. That does
your
not
neighbor.
mean
that's true.
But
love
that don't
your neighbor.
mean just. I love you, but we don't need to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
I love Sean. Me and Sean don't need to be in a relationship.
Sean said, leave me out of it.
I don't know if that's on there, but sometimes women feel like they have to take care of the man. Like he becomes like a son.
Obligation. A child.
Obligation. Yeah. People be like, oh, well, if I leave, he ain't gonna have nobody. Well, he just ain't gonna have nobody.
He just ain't gonna have nobody. He'll fall on his feet. And then they always end up all right.
But that was the thing that was like in my...
I can't leave him.
That was the thing in my last one. It was like, am I leaving?
What am I gonna do?
Sick. I shouldn't leave him when he out and about.
Girl,
like,
he need
he need some help with something.
Leave some oil,
but then eventually
prayer
it was
oil.
like, you know what? You
will be okay. And then they end up being okay. And you know like, you know what?
I'm gonna just pray for him. God said, then we will put God in it. What they say?
God said,
God's love a Christian woman. Boy.
Yes, because they are not
through everything.
They like, she got me. Forgiven. The Bible says.
And God done already showed us 50 million times so why you were supposed to leave him. And we keep holding
They gave you 50 million chances.
Thou shalt not be a fool either.
He told you. Shorty, you should have left. I've been showed you he was nothing.
I forgive him.
But I love him.
God said I should love him.
And God have been like, I just can't. Because I got this Boaz over here for her. And
she keep trying to blame it on me that I'm keeping her with him.
Leave me out of it.
Get like I done showed you 20 times why you should have left him and you still sticking around.
You all over there in Corinthians.
God, just show me a sign.
Somebody that was only supposed to be there to show you a couple things. We holding on to him and trying to make relationships out of somebody was only supposed to be there for 5 minutes.
We be
something
building
out of nothing.
We be building a bear.
Ain't nothing like a good Build-A-Bear.
Nothing.
We like a task.
Some of them be jacked up.
Women like we're nurturers. We're nurturers. We like fixing stuff.
Mother people and never mind.
And they get mad when they ultimately become exactly who they said they were in the beginning, but we chose to ignore. Then we get mad at them. And I'm not saying it gives dudes a license to be abusive or whatever.
Right.
But I'm just saying that we have to also take more accountability for the choices that we make and the situations we put ourselves in.
And I think a lot of times, a lot of the relationships we get into, we be so young. Like, we don't even know ourselves. Like, you really shouldn't. And I mean, you date and you gain experience. Of course, you could do things differently. So sometimes experience is good. But sometimes it's like, you might want to wait a little bit.
So I got a question. That brings up a good question. That was, maybe I was talking to myself about it. I don't know. I might have been just pondering it. But what is a good age? Because you know how like we'll talk about. I've had my first love was like I want to say 14, 15, and I mean like when I really felt like I was in love.
Yeah,
and that's a whole other conversation for a other topic. But like, what's the age that you think, like just based off either experience or what you've seen, either yourself or others, what do you think is like the age?
To be in a relationship?
In a relationship, because you can...
Right, and like be like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I'm grounded.
Shit,
but see, the crazy
14.
Part is that sometimes...
19, you lost.
I think that even... For us, for women to be grounded, be like, I know what I want, I know what I don't want. Yeah. You had to have the bad experiences, the time to teach you to be
and
like, I don't want that.
Experiences
but how bad does it have to
get?
Yeah, like what's bad? Because that's the thing. Like some people think that's why some people stay in situations because they be like, well, you know, and it's on the other side of glory, as the old people say. Like you be like, I'm so glad for this storm because I understand the sunshine. Which is true to a certain extent. But I'm definitely not trying to kiss a bunch of frogs.
Right, so let me say this. So, and I can't remember how old I was. I was definitely under 30. And I remember, because I've been saved since I was 23. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, once I started to get with God, I started to really know who I was, right? Yes. And I remember God like showed me who my husband would be because Shai wasn't acting like that, right? And God didn't give me a face, but he showed me who my husband was and how he would treat me and just basically the other side of the story. And I was at that point in my life where it was like, I don't care if it's him or anybody else, but God, I know you have somebody for me. And it was like, I was at a place where, God, you pick him. If it's not him, then he needs to be moved, right? And if it is him, then you need to clean him up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think I worship God more than I worship a man. And God is still at the head of my life. So I don't know if that's a place, and I don't know how old you have to be. But I think you just have to be in alignment. And that helped me, God first, then man, because the man, he don't really know how to love you. You know what I'm saying? He's human. But if he's connected to God and you're connected to God, you're praying, he's praying, you're in alignment, it almost kind of flows.
It does
and
flow.
I don't think it has an age. I think it's a mental perspective. And I think, you know, that could, I guess that, I don't think
but that could come at any age. I mean, it really does. And because
even if you're in a household and you had that foundation and you see that mother and father, then you already, and you had that, I know, I've experienced it. You've seen it, so you already preparing, like, I know
what it's supposed to look like.
In order for it to know, you already seen it and witnessed it.
You know what it's supposed to look like.
It also helps.
And that's when I knew what it was supposed to look like, was when I was like, this ain't it.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
This ain't it. It's got to be better than
gotta be something better.
He said it was something better. Or you grow up in a household and you see something better.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's the piece that, we definitely got to walk away with. And even our listeners, is like, if you are in a situation where that may be the case, you got some searching to do. Because I agree, God, we started premarital counseling a couple of weeks ago, and that was one of the things they said. They were like, it says in Genesis and Corinthians, pick a book,
right,
where it talks about the dynamic.
Just pick one,
pick one of these books, and it talks about how the man is the head, and the reason why God positioned him that way is because the oil should flow from the top of his head down to you.
Yep.
And so in order for that to happen, you got to be in position.
You have to be.
It has to be from the top down. It cannot be you over here doing one thing, he doing another
unequally
thing.
Yoked. Yeah. And I believe God can, he can line it up. Again, with the right person, the one that you're supposed to be with. I believe God can do some amazing things. But there's some people that is like, we praying for God to get in it. God
and he don't want to be. He wasn't never.
You know God ain't in that.
No,
you know God not in that.
And God, like, leave me out of it.
And he done showed you 20 times why you should go.
That's my own thing.
He's telling you.
What are you showing me? And I felt like my command was, don't you worry. God was always like, do what you got to do for you. Don't you worry about what he doing. You do what you got to do for you, and I'm going to take care of him. And that's exactly what I did. I did what I had to do for me, and then guess what? He got in line.
But that started with you taking care of yourself. And I think some women isn't taking care of themselves, and they're not loving themselves, and they don't know their worth. And it's like you want this man to come in, and you want him to love you, and you want him to show you, and you don't know how to love yourself. So I think that's a really good starting point, women. I'm just going to tell you, get in line with yourself, start loving yourself, start dating yourself, know what you like, know what you don't like, because you can't expect a man to come into your life and show you those things. He gonna come however he is. And even if how you gonna be prepared? You want something good, but you ain't even prepared because you don't know what you want, nor are you in a position.
So and therefore you almost accept anything.
And God is not gonna put some, because I mean the reality is too, sis, you gotta be in position. What God's not about to do is bring you my best, and you ain't right. Because we love to be the right ones.
Why would he?
He like, I got this beautiful, I'm not about to mess him up by bringing him into this.
But you don't have the capacity. He's not going to give you something you don't have the capacity
and that's
to handle.
love.
You're not equipped.
Now, I did read somewhere where somebody was like, women are almost afraid to be with a good man. Like, when you get that good man, it's almost as if you feel as though y'all can't be on the same level. So we are okay with dealing with someone that's not on our level, someone that we can take care of and who needs us, as opposed to dealing with someone that
I believe
you just like level up. You just, it's like, come on, y'all.
But I think again, she hasn't done the work
on her work within herself.
She hasn't. It starts with us.
It starts internal.
Yeah.
So definitely good dialogue with you guys. I will leave you guys with this quote that I have for you today, which is, always know when to let go. When a thought is bringing you more misery than peace, let go of the thought. When a person is bringing more pain than joy to your life, let go. You cannot be your best if you lack joy and peace.
Amen.
Yeah.
And that is from Bridget Nicole.
Amen.
All right, Bridge.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of The Legacy. We appreciate all of our lovely listeners. Please continue to listen to us. Please make sure that you check us out on our Instagram, which is Leading Ladies, 2 Legacy. And don't forget to remember to chase your dreams and leave your legacy. We love you all. Check us out on our next episode.
She almost forgot.
I did.
Bye, y'all. She let it go.
She let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. She let everything go. Even the outro. Right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. See ya.